this bird actually want to have sexual intercourse with my drone. So I purposely switched again to sports mode, started descending to my location. So I actually didn't know that nature can be greedy sometimes, eh? Okay, so let's take everything from the beginning. I traveled. I went to Accra just to spend a couple of days in fixing some few issues and here and there. After I spent all the days, I'm like, okay, fine. I won't just be able to leave Accra. As a creator, I packed up my gears. I had my laptop, I had my GoPro, I had a drone. I purposely took them because anything can happen. I can get ideas or locations to shoot at any point of time. So I just went with the gears. So just in case something pops up, I can just pull it out quickly and then off we go. Man, that was a bad idea, man. It was a total bad idea. So after I spent all the days in Accra, I'm like, okay, cool. Let me just return back because my days are limited. I'm like, okay, fine. Since I'll be heading to Medina to get a taxi, how about I pass through Accra Mall, which I believe it's quite popular in Ghana, and the view is a bit insane. It's got those crisp and vibrant type of views that side. And the buildings that side are mostly tall, and so it looks more like foreign view type of shot. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me just pass by Accra Mall, get some shots, then head to Medina. I took the drone all the way up. I flew it up. The view were all amazing. I was just capturing, enjoying the view. I'm like, okay, cool. This is some crazy footages that I can by any chance attach it in my footage sometime when I vlog or sometime when I make a video like this one. I never knew that birds can sometimes be so hyped. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was my ancestors that were trying to tease me or someone, witchcraft just increased at that very moment. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I saw a bird. Man, flying a drone and bird, I've never experienced that before. I'm like, okay, cool. Is it because the area I'm flying it is not okay, or there are a lot of birds in this certain area? I purposely ignored it because some time ago I also flew a drone and there were birds around, but they were not coming closer to the drone. They could see, no, this is not part of us. So they actually distanced themselves. So it was all nice and fun. I was busy flying at Accra Mall. All of a sudden, I saw a bird trying to grab my drone. I don't know if he thought it was a burger or cheese or, masala chicken, masala or roti or what. All of a sudden, the bird started coming close to my drone. So I'm like, no, this doesn't look good. Because I know once the bird touches the drone, did I say he? The bird might actually touch the propellers and then the drone will fall down. That's what will basically happen. So when a bird touches the drone, I'm not sure if it's a smaller bird, then chances of the bird getting hurt is very high because the blade might end up slicing it. But if it's a bigger bird, then I guess the bird might survive somehow. I don't know. So I instantly took the drone into sports mode, started heading the direction towards me. I'm like, what is happening? What is happening, man? I just got here like a few minutes ago, and all of a sudden you want to eat the drone up. Man, you can see that this drone got motors. It's making sound. This is not one of you, man. Leave my drone alone. The bird was like, no, I want to see what is happening. I want to see why this is making noise. I want to see why this is so talkative. I'm like, oh man. I switched to sports mode and then descended down. Still the bird was still coming. I got all the way down and then I escaped it. I managed to get the drone down. Instantly I said no, let me not shoot again because I've already got a couple of angles and views from Accra Mall. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me head straight to Medina and then from there I get a taxi straight to Kofodia. So I got to Medina and I'm like, okay, cool. I still have time, so why not also capture a couple of views at Medina since I didn't get enough footages at Accra Mall. I picked up the drone, I set up everything. I actually went on a bridge where, it's an overhead bridge. You guys can see in the footage here. Then I flew the drone up. I'm like, okay, cool. I guess here there will be no birds or less birds, so I guess I'm safe to go. I flew all the way up. I got a couple of road. It was that good. It was nice. A lot of cars, people passing by, too much movement. I was enjoying it. Another bed again. I'm like, oh gosh, what is actually happening? What, don't you guys want me to fly now? Can't we fly drones in peace? Man, FAA is asking us to license our drone. They need drone license and this and that, and now we managed to acquire all this, and birds are also disturbing us. They don't want us to fly. I wish sometime technology wise, DJI or any other drone manufacturer can just implement a measure whereby there'll be a sort of like a cane, whereby if it sends any bird, it will just poof. I think that would be the best option. Or maybe they must just make a small pistol with some pepper bullets or something, so that anytime it sends a bird, it can just shoot poo. Because man, this is so freaking expensive for these birds to be playing around with. I don't know if they think it's a toy, or I don't know. I just don't know. I went all the way up in Medina, and then another problem again. Same issue, same problem, similar thing that happened to me at Accra Mall happened again at Medina, and this time it wasn't a small bird. I don't know what the name of this bird is, whether an eagle or I don't know, but this was huge. Let me tell you how I saw the structure of the bird. So I went up. When I was filming, I'm like, okay, cool. Let me just descend a little bit towards the overhead and see what I can get. Now I saw a shadow. Okay, so here's the shadow. You can see this bird is actually trying to approach the drone. Then I'm like, okay, cool. That's not close enough. Let me keep flying. All of a sudden, this bird is just doing merry-go-round around my drone as if it wants to eat. I don't know if birds have sex in the sky? I don't think so. Like what this was actually doing is like this bird actually want to have sexual intercourse with my drone. So I purposely switched again to sports mode, started descending to my location. I came down. Still, this bird was coming towards me, and this time it was extremely huge. I don't know the name of the bird, honestly. I don't know. Whilst I was descending, obviously it's an overhead bridge, and there are, fences around each and every angle. So I came down. The bird still came down with the drone. I know this might sound insane, but this bird actually, it actually felt like this is not an animal. This is a human being, man. This is a human being in the form of a bird trying to disturb my life. Man, this drone is fucking expensive. Stop playing with this drone. Jeez. DJI, please do something about this. Implement some measures whereby if it sends any animal in the sky, it can at least shoot some bullets, or even though if it won't kill it, at least it must teach them some lesson that, this is a lot of money here. Huh? Stay away. I came down, this bird still came down, and I lost control. I wasn't able to operate it properly. It hit the fence guard, and man, the drone rotated and crazy, man. It's even broke my propellers. I lost one propellers. Luckily, there was a backup for me, so I'm not really hurt, even though I'm hurt. It's quite crazy. It's broke this. See, it's broken here on the edge. It's broken, and you guys can see it's got some scratches. It's the bed that they did this to. It's sad. It's sad. So with the drone itself, luckily, it's safe. Nothing broke. Everything is still proper. Everything is intact. The drone wasn't hurt. The only thing that got broken was this propellers here. It's got some dents, and I don't think this will be usable again, but I just don't want to try it. It actually broke too, and the other one, I tried to test it right after I descended to see if it still functions, and it just went away. I don't know what happened. It just went away. So I managed to keep this here. So I don't know what is happening, but it was quite frustrating. So this is just a little tip for drone flyers, people who fly drones. If you want to take your drone to where there are a lot of birds, man, I suggest you take proper caution about it. Even though these drones got sensors, but if something touches it, it will definitely stop running and it will fall down. And once it falls, that will be the end of it. The main reason why this survived was because it didn't fall far from the ground, and it was very close. So the drone itself is safe. The only problem was, the propellers, which got harmed. So yeah, that's the nice thing about the DJI Mavic Pro series is they are built well, so it survives in tough situations like this one. I believe if it was the Mini or the S, I would probably not have any drone at the moment. So it's quite sad, and yeah, this is the footage I got, and I hope you also don't make this similar mistake. If you see there's a bird, try to descend your drone, take it away, fly it somewhere, or if you still want to fly in that particular area, try to go as high as possible. Do not fly at low angles, because obviously the birds got those, the certain level where they can fly to. So try to go a bit up, and I guess they won't be able to reach way up. So yeah, and if ever you happen to be in such situation where the bird is chasing you, try to put your drone in sports mode. Be careful with your drones. These things are very expensive, and for such issues to happen, it hurts me. Even till now, I'm still hurt. If I can really recognize this bird face to face, we will see who is the man here. He must come to me like man to man. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Peace.